Welcome to Reread, where I'm rereading through the expanded universe in chronological order. Folks, we're on Last of the Jedi, Master of Deception. I will say this, even though the stories are not good, the titles to each book are really good, and the artwork, the cover art is really good too, for the most part. And just wish there was something good on the inside of these. So there is no fallout for Ferris for saving Lune and breaking her out and being attacked by stormtroopers. That isn't even mentioned in this book. So I guess the stormtroopers decide not to tell on him. I don't know. Plot hole again. Ferris travels with High Inquisitor Hydra. Ferris is now the head Inquisitor. Even though when the Emperor and Darth Vader talk about him, they know he's still a good guy. But either the Emperor's just telling Vader, I foresee he will turn, or he's just saying that to just egg Vader on. I don't know. But, you know, he's risen through the ranks with very little success, very small successes along the way. But Hydra is a girl, and they go to Alderaan to investigate the child who has the Force. Now, it was Leia who did something that was, you know, she saved her nanny's life. But it could have been just an all big coincidence. But rumor has spread across the planet. Now the Inquisitors are coming. Bell doesn't know that Ferris is a good guy or playing a double agent. He just doesn't like them coming to his planet. Now, the Emperor is going to put an Imperial Governor on Alderaan, and Bell really doesn't want that, but he doesn't really have a choice right now. Ferris finds out that Leia is the Force-sensitive child, but he's able to hide that from Hydra and basically, you know, act like they came up with nothing the whole time when they were there. Now, chronologically, I forgot about this. This is the first appearance of Winter. A young Winter is playing with young Leia. They just call her out by name once, and that's basically it. I noticed something here. Ferris and Trevor, who are supposed to be the best of friends, were told that they never worked together, ever, in these books. Trevor's got his own adventure. He and Rygals are trying to go after Jenna Zanet Abor, and they make her, they get her assistant to betray her, and the assistant shoots her full of the memory loss drug, and she loses memory of everything. Every project she's ever been a part of. She has zero memory of any of her projects. All she knows is she's ruined, she's ruined. Who are you? Well, how do you know you're ruined? I mean, maybe she just forgets everything, but the assistant gave her a big dose, you know, to kind of stick it to her. Well, Darth Vader I don't think he ever found out that she lost her memory, because he talked to her right before all this happened, and he was pressing her to get that memory loss drug perfected and handed over, because he wanted to get rid of his memories of Padme and Anakin. He wanted to stomp them out for good. So that, you know, because he's Darth Vader, he may as well live up to it. He doesn't want to be haunted by those dreams anymore and stuff. You know, and I like that. I like that story. That's a good story there. I like how she wrote Bail Organa here. I think Bail Organa was done really good. So there's some good things here, but then there's just a bunch of crap. Clive, who still believes that, you know, Flame is not who she says she is. He finally get some verification. Looks like she's working at an Imperial account, and she's got a high accommodation from the Emperor himself. Aha! I mean, you knew instantly when Clive goes, something's not right with her, and he couldn't shake this feeling of what it was. And even though a couple of times in the books that he's been proven wrong, every time he digs a little deeper and he should turn around, he feels like he has to keep going. So you know something's up. It's not that big a surprise. It would have been a better surprise. I don't know. Anyway, it would have been a better surprise if they would have just killed her off and not even had her in this story. But the Empire tries to set up Alderaan. They have a secret cache of weapons. Ferris discovers this. He also discovers that there's a spy in the palace. He tells Bail Organa that. It turns out to be his sister-in-law, his wife's sister, who's been spying on them. And she says, well, you know, she just did one thing for Vader, and then Vader kept pushing, and then she couldn't say no to anything. So she puts, they trap her to find out who the spy is, even though they suspect her. She comes clean as the spy. They just exile her instead of arrest her, and Ferris is kind of upset, but then realizes Bail did the right thing. Forgiveness is the right step. And at the end, when the Emperor arrives, they were shocked to see the Emperor. the new imperial governor goes, I hear y'all are trying to take up arms against us, but we, the empire, come in peace, while y'all are deceptive and y'all have stashed weapons and we know where they are. And they go into the marketplace where the empire stashed them. Unfortunately, it's just berries and tools and clothes and just market stuff. And everyone on Alderaan starts laughing. And this was televised on live TV because they wanted to catch Alderaan as this big conspiracy planet. Well, now it's backfired against them and everyone's laughed at them, and the imperial governor just walks off. I think his days are numbered. He's not going to be able to station on Alderaan. Now the Emperor's upset. He's disappointed because Vader was the one who was supposed to have those weapons there. And, you know, the Emperor makes a comment, I could kill all of them. He went, you could, Master. He went, no, now's not the time. Yeah, of course, A New Hope would be the time. But then as he gives Vader a tongue lashing right in front of Ferris Olin, he turns to Ferris and goes, good job. Now it's time for you to be second in command, you know. And so now he's going to be above, Ferris is going to rank above Lord Vader. Ooh, a showdown's coming. But he and Vader have a little sparring of words at the end. And Vader says, he said, because earlier Ferris was trying to investigate who Vader was. He knows that Vader suffered an injury on Mustafar. He doesn't know who he was. He doesn't know what Jedi he was, but he knows the injury was suffered on Mustafar. And when he mentions Mustafar, he gets a ripple from the Force from Vader to say, aha, I'm right. I'm on the right track. So Ferris again says, oh, I'm sorry that I unsettled you when I mentioned the planet Mustafar. And then, you seemed a little afraid. He went, do not tell me about fear. And then suddenly, when he says, do not tell me about fear, Ferris goes, oh my gosh, Anakin Skywalker told me the same thing over a decade ago. And that means Vader's Anakin Skywalker. Because that's exactly, do not tell me about fears, what Anakin told him. That's how he finds out. Now I remember the first time reading that and going, that is the dumbest thing in the world. But that's how they established that Ferris has figured out that Anakin is Lord Vader. And now the final showdown is about to get ready. Whew. I'm just happy it's the last book coming up. All right, folks. See you next time.